Good afternoon, everybody. Woo! Thank you for joining us. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to Pragma. Now, this is a conference. If you've been attending ETHGlobal events, you may know of two things that we do. We run hackathons and summits, both online and in person. But today, before the hackathon kicks off tomorrow, we're going to focus on bringing one of our summits from online to in person. Every Solidity developer knows that every smart contract starts with the word Pragma. It's not just the beginning of the journey of a developer building smart contracts, but for us, this whole event and this series is about pragmatism. We want to make sure that we do our best to get more people to understand what's happening in this space and get more of them involved, even if they are not engineers. And that's what today is all about. What makes this whole thing different is a focus on a couple of key things. Our goal here is to bring everything and Web3 to a much, much, much wider audience. So everybody here in this room is a mix of people who are trying to understand what's happening, our developers, our traders, our people from enterprises, people from banks. It's a very, very, very impressive mixed audience who are skilled in so many different fields. And our hope is that you get to learn about what's happening from our perspective, but also meet each other and see how we can make the whole space better. And the reason why we're doing this thing is our focus is on a couple of key things. This whole day is meant to be a single day event and a single track event, which means we're not going to confuse you with 5 things happening in parallel to have to pick and choose what to do and how do you keep up with something else. Everything happens in this stage, on this room, and you get to catch up on all the topics that you care about. The focus is very much on the future. We're going to learn and talk about certain things from the past, which is understanding how we got here, but we're focusing on what the next few years look like, and that's what all the conversations are going to be about. And this is going to be non-technical, which means that other than that code you just saw, you're not really going to see more code here. We're going to keep things very high level. We want to make sure that we do our best job in making you understand what's happening, even if you don't understand the intricacies of how something works under the hood. And that's kind of the goal. So let's get started. Today is going to be about 6 interviews and 2 talks. The 6 interviews are going to be just fireside chats with a lot of our amazing founders in this space. And we're going to bring in 2 talks to talk and have you learn about how, well, actually, I'm going to just cover that in a second. I'm not going to get out of myself in this one. But before we kind of get started, I'll give you a whole list of what the day is about. All of you, when you signed up, you had to verify your address for us to make sure that all of you are set up here for today. And you may have seen this graphic everywhere. This is all in the branding. This is all on the website. This is all around today. And part of the reason is that we want to make sure these are good memorabilia. So not only will you have a postcard that you would have received at check-in, right now you can all check your wallets, and you'll also have this as a memorabilia for coming to this event as an NFT that'll be directly delivered to the address you verified for applying to this event. And let's get started. We have 300 attendees here in the building today from 38 different countries. So many people are here from all across the world trying to understand what's going on. A lot of you are for the hackathon. A lot of you are locals. A lot of you are here just to understand how you can get into this space. So our goal is to make sure this is welcoming to all of you. Not only that, we have 4 incredible partners. They're here downstairs for you to learn about what they're doing, what they're up to, and what kind of incredible things they're working on. So I want to give a quick shout out to Arbitrum. Wow, well, there you go. Worldcoin, Filecoin, and Polygon. You can talk to all of them downstairs. They'll be there to help you understand how you can get involved in their ecosystems too, and just overall what they're up to. But let's get right into what today is all about and onto our schedule. All this thing is going to be on the website, which means that if anything changes or if we're running a bit behind, we're going to update the website first, in which you can just go on ethglobal.com/pragma to catch up on the latest schedule. Nothing has changed so far, so don't worry too much. But we're going to kick off today with a fireside chat with Dennis from Mirror to talk about what on-chain storytelling looks like and how we should think about that universe. Then our second interview for today is going to be the co-founders of Off-Chain Labs, who are behind Arbitrum. And we're going to talk about how everything got started, where they think scaling Ethereum is going, and what you can look forward to as you think about an L2-centric world. Then Christine is going to come on and tell you about how the Ethereum governance process works. This is going to be our first talk. That's not a direct interview. We're going to learn about how all core devs work, how we decide in the Ethereum ecosystem what to pass, what to do as a protocol upgrade, the whole process, the governance around it, the timelines, all those things. So you can get a good understanding of what that process looks like and how you should think about the protocol getting better. Then Kane from Synthetics is going to share some thoughts on what the future of DeFi looks like. We're going to take a quick break so all of you can chat with our speakers, with each other, get some food downstairs. All that's going to happen right after the third talk, and there's a 30-minute break. And we're going to resume with the second half of the day, which is Joe Lubin, one of the co-founders of Ethereum and the CEO of Consensus, going to talk about his thoughts in how he sees the ecosystem moving forward. Cami from the Defiant is going to talk about how things are not going on track right now with how we think about governance, how we think about decentralization, and this whole drama that our ecosystem is. It's going to be my favorite one. I'm excited for that. And then we're going to close the day off with the remaining two talks. We're going to have Ayush talk about Deepin, what that category is, and we're going to demo Huddle. Huddle is a decentralized peer-to-peer voice meeting system, so an alternate to Hangouts or Zoom, and how that's changing everything we need to make more accessible infrastructure possible. And then our last interview for today is going to be a fireside chat with Tarun from Gauntlet and Robert Leshner from Superstate and Compound. And they're going to share their thoughts on also how they think DeFi is headed and what they're looking forward to as upcoming themes in our ecosystem, whether you're a founder, whether you are an investor, whether you are trying to understand what to spend your time on. You get to kind of hear their perspectives on all those things.